All right, welcome back on TSB Talk Sport and Business. I'm Neil Oja on Talk 100.3. So there is an integrated platform, which is an e-procurement platform called Watermelon Market. And we've got the CEO and co-founder of Watermelon Market, Omar Al-Shamsi, with us right here on TSB. Omar, welcome to TSB.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Always a pleasure, Omar. Now, tell me something. First up, I want to know, what is this platform all about?
This platform is essentially an ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
This ecosystem was built to ensure that the food and beverage industry gets digitized in the fastest way possible and the most efficient way possible.
All right. So how do you bring method to the madness? Because procurement industry is absolutely madness. It's not like, there's one process, A reaches B, B reaches C, and the chain is completed.
Absolutely. So we jumped into this chaos,
Mm-hmm.
and once we looked around us and saw all the chaos happening, essentially we decided to tackle it one step at a time.
Okay.
We built the order management system, me and my co-founder Archie and Gupta. So we built first the order management system, which will help ensure that all the orders are streamlined within a restaurant or whatever F&B company or store it is. The next step we did was help the suppliers. So
Mm-hmm.
we also built a system for them to ensure that their orders are understood and run efficiently. And then from there, it just kept growing. We became a POS system. We have an inventory management system that goes throughout the whole thing. And
Okay.
we have a marketplace. So all of that slowly helped reduce the chaos. I'm not saying that we've gotten rid of it completely yet, but that is our plan.
So you saw a gap, you filled it, and you're building over it. Am I right when I say this?
Yes, multiple gaps actually. But one by one we started filling them. Yes.
So when you saw the gap, was it intentional to get into this business? Because technology is something that probably you guys already know. There was this F&B market space that you saw that, hey, this is a vacant area, let's use technology here. Or was it something that it just occurred to you or someone told you about this?
Well, I had a coffee shop back in the day.
Ah, okay.
Yes, we used to do Emirati food,
Uh-huh.
and I realized that this was a very big burden on me as an owner of a coffee shop, as well as managing the coffee shop.
Right.
And I decided that one day I'm going to fix this. And I was lucky enough to meet Archa, and together we sat there and whilst looking at the market and studying the market with other companies, we realized that we can fix it.
Right.
And we thought, why not? Let's give it a go and let's fix this situation.
Now they say necessity is the mother of all inventions, and this
Absolutely.
was exactly how it was. I mean, you had a few challenges and you tried to fix it. But then tell me something, and honestly tell me, and being an Indian, I can tell you this, the requirement for an Indian brain in the tech side, is it mandatory, or it is that's how it works?
Look, nothing is mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
But having a wonderful logical brain of a person from India is an extreme plus, for sure.
You need to tell this to Elon Musk, who just fired their CEO who's an Indian.
I don't think it's a very clever move when everybody else is hiring Indians for him to do that. But let's see what happens.
Let's see. This is interesting. I mean, I'm a fan of technology. I'm a fan of F&B. Why? Again, because there's something that we now have a common chord. I used to have a coffee shop back,
Wow.
a few years back here in the UAE. And so again, I used to face these challenges as well, because to get the right thing at the right time, from the right place, at the right price.
So
always
imagine
a challenge.
this. Imagine this. Imagine I took you back a couple of years and Watermelon was up and running.
Right.
All you would need is to download my apps
Mm-hmm.
for you to run your business. You download the POS app, so now
Okay.
you can sell to people.
Right.
You download our order management app, so now you can order from suppliers. And guess what? If you cannot find a supplier, you have a whole marketplace. We have over 30,000 SKUs at the moment. And you can just go in there and search for whatever you need to make that recipe perfect. And everything's connected through an inventory management system. So all of that hassle is gone. All you have to do is
Brilliant.
think of what you want to sell and how you want to sell it.
This is phenomenal. I mean, I can tell you purely from my experience of running a cafe and literally getting my hands dirty, rolling my sleeves up, and operating it. This is such a blessing. This is a phenomenal move, and I'm glad that someone has thought of this, because this is going to eradicate those multiple challenges that one faces at multiple doorsteps. At the same time, saves a lot of time and effort.
Absolutely.
But it comes at a cost.
Well, it does come at a cost, which is borne by the supplier. We have a very, very small fee that they pay, and they're
Okay.
extremely happy to pay it. And that's it.
Brilliant.
Everything else is free. The POS, the
Wow.
order management system, the inventory management system. Because what we believe is, we believe in building an ecosystem that everyone feels happy and is willing to
Right.
work in. And that's what we wanted to create, and that's essentially what we created. We found ways of getting revenue that will allow us to give you software for free.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that
I mean,
was
so
the
you're not burdenizing the end user
I
too
don't
much.
want to be a burden. I want
Brilliant.
people to say, I love watermelon.
I love watermelon invariably. But
Wonderful.
so again, when you're creating a technological product, obviously challenges are there, and I'm not talking about bugs and fixes. I'm talking about real life challenges. What were some of the challenges before you actually finalized the product?
There are many challenges that just keep on coming. It's not going to stop. Before we finalized the product, we realized that the order management system alone was not enough. After we built the POS, we realized that's not enough. And now we have the inventory and the marketplace, and we still realize that's not enough. We've also started our B2C app.
Okay.
So now people who want to order in bulk can actually order in bulk
Wow.
to their houses from suppliers directly.
This is amazing.
Yes, because we realize that there are many suppliers who would love to deliver to houses. The only thing they need is for them to order boxes.
Fair.
So if you go online on Android or App Store and you go to Watermelon Home, you can download us and start using us. But we are beta testing. We'll be 100% live by the end of November. But if anyone's interested to just give it a go, they're welcome to do that as well.
This is amazing. So many new things coming up. What next for you and your company?
Great question. We have obviously a huge roadmap ahead
I'm
of us.
sure.
I'm trying to think of some milestones that will be of interest. The next big thing we're doing in January, we're going to be having an outdoor exhibition where people can come and meet the suppliers and see what they have.
Okay.
So as a previous restaurant owner yourself, you'll realize how valuable that is to go and talk to suppliers face to face and also try out their goods to make sure that they fit within your restaurant. We also have quite a few advances coming to the software itself. We are a always developing company, and therefore we will always have new things. But one very big thing we're working on right now is the dealing with the local farmers and the local honey producers. Within a month, you will be able to order Ras Al Khaimah honey, Hatta honey, Liwa honey from all the different parts of the UAE.
Wow.
Actual real honey from the mountains. We will also have local farmers, and you can deal directly with local farmers. You can buy strawberries from the strawberry maker direct, and that's essentially what we want to do. We want to make it as easy and as simple for people who want to get bulk to just get it.
Omar, this is amazing the way you have planned the next bit of your journey. But I must say that a lot of Emiratis have actually come up, rolled their sleeves themselves, and doing two bits for their own organizations, for the country at large, instead of just calling people in and making them do it. This is fantastic, and I must say this to you and congratulate you and everyone that I know who's doing this.
Well, I thank you first of all for that, and number two, it is our duty, not just as an Emirati, let's say local, but everyone who was born here, who has lived here, they're all rolling up their sleeves, because from the time COVID happened, we all realized, all of us, everyone in the UAE, how much this government actually cares for us.
Oh, you bet. Seriously.
Right?
That's
and
right.
This is just a small piece of what I can do to help out or to just say thank you. At the end of the day, if I can help a local farmer and a local honeybee producer sell better, reach their client, and give
Right.
him a bigger clientele, I have done my little piece to help with the national food security. And for me, that goes a long way in me being comfortable with myself at night and being able to sleep.
Now, that's a brilliant statement to put forth, and I'm really glad that I'm having this conversation with you, and we're putting this conversation out to everyone who is a supplier or an end user, a restaurant owner, cafe owner. Watermelon Market, that's the app, right?
Watermelon.market is the website.
Okay.
The supplier app as well as the buyer app are all found on our website. We've called the home app Watermelon Home,
Okay.
and you're welcome, of course, to download that. We're also going to be in Gulf Host
Okay.
this in this month. We welcome everybody to come down. Our stand should be very visible. We're very bright and pink, So just look for the pink bright stand with a lot of happy people around it. That's us.
I can tell you there are definitely a bunch of happy people. Thank you so much, Omar, for joining us.
Thank
It's a
you.
lovely conversation that we've had, and I can tell you purely out of experience. I'll quickly tell you a story that happened. I mean, an incident that happened, and why I think this is phenomenal. Inventory management. Yeah, we had to do it physically to see if everything was there.
Yeah.
One night, this was about 11:30, 12-ish. Okay, one night, a group of 10 people, weekend night, group of 10, 12 people came in. My chef had already left.
Ouch.
Because he had some emergency. He had left. Barista had left.
Uh-oh.
Okay. The waitress goes to pick the order, and the people who had come, the guests who had come in, they said, we need iced coffee. Okay.
All right.
Iced frappuccino, cappuccino, whatever. So she comes in and she's like, they need frappuccinos and the barista's gone. I was like, ask them how many. She's like, okay, fine. Who's gonna make it? I said, I'll make it. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
you have to, of
right?
course.
And I've been trained to do all of these things. So
Excellent.
she goes in. She comes back saying 8.
Nice.
I said, no problem at all. Ask them with cream or no.
Okay.
She goes and they're like, yes, with cream. The inventory management system failed. I had cream only for 4. I had to send one of my boys
Down to the supermarket.
to the supermarket,
Yeah,
and
I've had those days.
yeah, he ran on a bicycle to get
Yes.
while I was getting the coffees ready, and crushing the beans
Yeah.
and fresh coffee and all of that. But what happened that day was 8 coffees going in. The other guests were sitting. They were watching because I'd done it with heart and love. They wanted more. I ended up selling 28 coffees that night. 28. And again, I had to send my boy to get more cream.
And that's just Dubai. You sell 28 caffeine coffees at 11:30 at night.
12 in the night.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
This is a weekend night. This is a story that I remember and I tell my
Well,
dad.
it's going to help their weekend for sure.
I'm sure. The weekend's going to go long. Thank you so much,
Absolutely.
Omar. Thank you so
sir.
much for this
Appreciate it.
conversation.
Absolutely. Thank
My
you very
pleasure.
much for having me here.
Absolutely. Omar Al-Shamsi, the CEO and co-founder of Watermelon Market.